right, hello everybody. Sorry it's been a while since I've uh, been here to show you some scrapbooking. It's been an exciting year. We've done quite a bit of um, yard work, and we've also been working on a family historical project where, for my mother's side of the family, going back working uh, the scrapbooking things and trying to get the videos to go live again. It says I'm live. I'm hoping this is working. So, I am back to scrapbooking a trip to the Henry Ford Museum 2.5 years ago. And what I've done this time, just to make it go a little faster for you all, is kind of prep the whole project. And this is going to showcase some stuff from the Lemmy's Diner that's at the Henry Ford Museum. And it's kind of in this old food style, 60s style part of the museum. So you can see all the pieces here. I'll work through them. I have cut out a diner and put it together using my Cricut machine, as well as the McDonald's symbol. You can see that I have put a thin black border on the photographs to help them stand out a little bit. And this piece right here is the wristband from the museum. I like to collect those things because, again, you can see, oh, this is at the Henry Ford Museum. I use leftover from the cutouts to make these side borders, and we'll put those down in a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to save this menu so that it won't be damaged. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start the project. So I'm going to put some things over here to the side. And I'll show you what I'm going to do first. In order to help keep this project together. I don't always do this, but when I know I'm going to put something across the sides, I will do this. Oh, I actually want to use that side, so I'm going to put these two together, and I'm going to take a little bit of clear tape, and I'm going to tape them together, and later I'm just going to cut, using a circular blade, cut them apart, and that way it'll keep everything nice and connected. So we'll put our McDonald's back in. Unfortunately, I can't remember exactly where I was going to put it, but we'll go ahead and put some of the materials down I've already done. I tore these edges here using this Creative Memories tool. I use this all the time to do these torn edges. It helps to do it in a way that they stay somewhat straight. So I'm just going to get the borders together. Again, I pre-made these just to try and keep this live video a little shorter. Again, my double-sided mounting tape. There we go. We have our borders on. I just need to replace some things so I can make sure that everything's going to be where I want it to be. I always try and place everything multiple times to make sure it looks the way I want for it to look. Here's a little hint. In order to keep fingerprints from not getting on your pictures, what I do is I have an old cut-up photo, and you can do your press down with that, and then that way it keeps fingerprints from coming onto your onto your pictures. I think I want to move the McDonald's arches up a little bit. And I think I want to move it over a little bit more. The picture in the border, again using the cut photograph to do the pressing down on that. Okay, so I feel like I know where I want things to go. And just make sure I'll put that there so I know where to put it. See how I've lined it up. Oh, excuse my nose, it is winter time. And I get quite a bit of runner on here because it is going over the edge of the divide, and I want to make sure that I get it in well enough so that when it's cut, the pieces, the edges are glued down. Okay, the next piece is this diner. I purchased this for 99 cents from the Cricket store and put it together. It took me about 20 minutes, 6 different cuts, and but it was a lot of fun to put together. I don't like the weighting on these things for them to print out, but I do enjoy putting them together. So I'm going to stick this down here at the bottom. We'll work on placing these pieces. Again, the wristband also on a border. First, lining it up. There we go. Putting quite a bit of tape on these to help it stick down because I've got all different kinds of surfaces. Now, being very careful, here's the middle line. I want to make sure it's not going to cut face off, but I don't mind cutting the photograph. I've done this a couple of times, just paying attention to where the photograph is so you don't cut through something important, but I think it ends up looking pretty cool in the scrapbooks when you do it this way. Okay, there's the wristband. And now I'm going to do this piece. Got it all together. The reason I'm doing this is I want to be able to see where everything's going to lie. So taping it, that's not necessarily taping it to keep it in place permanently, but doing it so that it will hold while I'm working with the punch. So if you haven't seen one of these before, this is what it looks like. It sets brads, also will put holes in things. I'm actually going to leave that for a little bit. Remember how I taped the back of this? I'm actually going to flip it right now and use my Fiskars. Oops. Well, that didn't play out as planned. When I tried to flip it, it came undone. So we'll put those down again. And then it's important not to go over too far, because then it's hard to get into the page protector. And I think that one's going to be okay. So there, together. If you're using a post album, that will stay together very nicely. I use 3 rings, so it will look a little bit like that when it's in the album, but I find that to be okay. Alright, so I'm going to put this one to the side, and let's work on the punch. So I've got, you can see here, 2 different sizes of punches. I like to use the smaller one because I've got the small brads. So I'm just going to put a hole up top here, and one at the bottom. Take my brads, push down, there we go. Again, I got these from a Disney scrapbooking set, but the colors work well with this. You may be wondering, now why did you choose the color scheme that you did? And that's a great question. This is the thinking I used for this. So there was this McDonald's sign outside of the diner, and it's got the yellows and reds, and the menu also is got red in it, and so decided to kind of go with the McDonald's theme. It looks a little bit like a McDonald's French fry box. I chose the colors for the diner based on this color scheme so it would fit in, and then really used black to help things stand out against these bright colors. So you can see the menu here can still be opened, and it can be taken out so that you can see what's on the back side. And again,